important week coming up for Bitcoin. Bitcoin consolidating here at a very important level. Are we heading lower? Can we recover? I'm going to break down the technical analysis. I'm also going to share with you the trade I just took, which made me 30% spot, plus the latest trades I'm looking at, all in this video. Smash some likes. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Check out the link in the description to our trading community, jarscrypto.com/TG, where you're going to see all the altcoins I'm looking to trade, the analysis, the TA patterns, and much more. Look at Bitcoin here on this chart, guys, on a Sunday, consolidating, of course, with low weekend volume. But the area here is super important. You can see here on the 4-hourly chart here, we collapsed, right? We really did collapse here on Friday, fell quite powerfully from 45.9 area all the way down here. And this is where we're trying to hold a little bit of strength here on Bitcoin. But it's not going to be easy, right? You can see there's a lot of challenges here in the market. We spoke about them yesterday, and the question now is going to be, does Bitcoin want to fall low? I mean, if we bring out the EMA ribbon, you will see we've lost our 4-hourly trend, right? We've lost our 4-hourly trend. If we go up to the daily chart, you will see we're just trying our best here to hang on to the daily EMA ribbon. If we lose the daily EMA ribbon below 41.6, we could be heading into a longer term bearish pattern. Now, for the moment where we're at, I'm okay. I don't mind DCAing Bitcoin at this level. I think this is quite a good level for me personally to be DCAing, because you have all of this fear from the inflation figure last week. You have the sell the news event after all the hype around the Bitcoin ETF. I think this is a nice pullback here that allows me a good entry. Now, if we lose that ribbon, if we lose the daily EMA ribbon at this level, then I start to get a little bit more worried. Then I'm thinking, okay, what is the market worried about and why are we having a bigger pullback? And like I've shared with you guys, the bigger pullback, we start looking at the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, what you start to see is there's quite a few levels that Bitcoin could want to pull back into. The first one I look at as a natural level is 40,000. Very important psychological resistance, which Bitcoin may want to turn into support, right? It might want to come down, test that 40 level, and then bounce higher onwards there towards the 50,000 attack again. Or it might want to come lower. Maybe it wants to come all the way down to 36, in which case I don't mind. That's a retest of the EMA ribbon. There's nothing wrong with coming back into your EMA ribbon and then working your way higher. Either way, I'm looking for the daily chart to see if we lose that trend. If we do, then that weekly EMA ribbon I'm showing you, the 40,000, 36,000 could come into play. There is no use right now. What some people are doing is trying to scaremonger in the markets and say, oh, we told you Bitcoin ETF is a fail. We're heading down to 20,000 again. That's silly. There's a lot of people online who do that for the sensationalism. The reality is you have to look at the charts. We're currently in our daily EMA ribbon. That's okay. That's a pullback. It's actually healthy. If we then look at it and we lose this daily EMA ribbon, then we can say, okay, where are those price points? Clearly, Bitcoin wants a bigger pullback. Where does it want to go? Now, I'm actively trading in this market as well, guys. I took this tier trade. Celestia is absolutely on fire, creating higher highs here. I entered here. My higher entry point was at 15.4. You can already see that's over a 30% spot return on this trade. I was trading this on the 4-hourly chart. If you guys want to see what trades I'm taking, how I maneuver this market, how I do my TA setups to make trades like this, because it's on a technical basis. I didn't actually trade this on a fundamental basis whatsoever, nor was it due to the hype. It was just a technical structure which I saw on the chart. Our members saw it in the Telegram and I shared it with those guys to show them what I'm trading with, and that delivered 30%. So just in the last 4 or 5 days, you guys have already seen how I've delivered over 30% spot returns on Arbitrum. We traded Optimism for another 30% and another 30% here for Celestia. So crazy, predictable trading, consistent trading. That's what I'm about. That's what I want to do. I'm not here to ride momentum, ride hype, try to jump into the next meme coin, look for the 1000x. I have a long-term, boring DCA portfolio. And in my active trading, I'm looking for consistent returns with good risk management, no need to short, no need to margin, no need to leverage. If you guys love the sound of that, jump into our Telegram group, jarscrypto.com/TG. Link will be the very first one in the description. So beautiful trade here on Celestia, which is an absolute monster right now. Now, apart from that, of course, we can see Bitcoin dominance here, just sitting here at 51%. Of course, on the weekly chart, you guys know I've shared my broader feelings about this and wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin dominance here bounce from the EMA ribbon, right? You had a big bounce here on dominance. You can see that here coming off this EMA ribbon, and then it collapsed straight back down into it. But the real question is what's going to happen longer term? Are we going to play out this pattern of moving towards 60% on Bitcoin dominance? If we do, then of course, Bitcoin's going to have a nice big move and altcoins could suffer. If, however, If, however, we get a weekly close below this 49% level here, if this has another bad week this week and closes below 49%, then we could start to see a rotation into altcoins. But for now, we're not seeing that in the market. As markets are a little bit nervy, generally, they start to flock to Bitcoin. Of course, in this particular situation, we're getting the sell the news event, on Bitcoin post the ETF, which is why we're seeing people kind of sell off Bitcoin here over the short term. Longer term, I really could not care less. We're in a great position. If any of you guys were in crypto during the bear market, when we were in tough positions, when Do Kwon was doing his thing and collapsing Terra Luna, when 3 Arrows Capital was going rogue, when Sam Bankman-Fried was doing his nonsense, and inflation was sky high and interest rates were climbing, that was a tough time to be in crypto. Now, what is there to whine about? Right? At some point, we're going to get rate cuts this year. At some point, we're going to see interest rates cut. Right? So that's a huge deal. Money's going to flow back into the economy. People's mortgage payments should hopefully start to trickle down. They should start getting a bit more disposable income. We've got the Bitcoin spot ETF. People can actively flow more money into Bitcoin. I think people are underestimating. They overestimated how much would happen on the announcement day, but they're underestimating how much can happen over the next 4, 5, 6 months, 1 year. Right? And that's where you need to focus. The big gains we can start to see, the big flows of money we can start to see will not just be important for Bitcoin, but that can also trickle down into people playing with other altcoins, experimenting with other altcoins once they've had their first exposure to a piece of crypto like Bitcoin. So exciting time here in the charts. Big week coming up. Fortunately, we got a quiet week on the macroeconomic front, which is really good. We're also seeing the fear and greed index kind of reset down to 60 now, which is a good sign, right? This is getting very frothy at that 76 level. This is good. These are the moments when personally I like to DCA. I don't like DCAing when we're at 76 and super greedy, extended from the EMA ribbon. I want to wait for those pullbacks. The closer we can get to our EMA ribbon, like we are now here on this daily chart, that's the kind of chart I like. I want to see us pulled back here, like you can see on the daily chart, into the EMA ribbon. When we're like this, I like buying, because I know I'm not buying the hype up here, right? The wick of this candle all the way up here at 49,000, that's you buying the hype. When you're buying here all the way at 41, big difference, right? 2 days difference, but look at the price difference. This person buying up here buys FOMO. This person controls his or her emotions and is able to buy when the markets are a little bit fearful. That's what I do long term, guys. Hopefully you appreciate this video even on a weekend. If you like this type of content, you're going to love the content I share in the Telegram community, jarscrypto.com/TG. Make sure you also follow my other channel. There's another channel which some of you may not be aware about, which has more kind of behind the scenes stuff. Make sure you go follow my second channel as well. I'll leave the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.